All right, so we are going to have to go with Plan B because there's no way to calibrate the motion controls for a DualShock 4 controller, unfortunately. The good news is I did my taxes today and I will be getting a refund. Bad news is I won't be getting it probably deposited in my bank account in probably about another 20 days or so. And when I do get it, I do plan on tracking down a DualShock 3 controller, which will be great. Because it's kind of a hassle trying to get DualShock 4 to work on the PlayStation 3. Alright. And my original DualShock 3 broke long time ago. So, we're going to do Ninja Gaiden instead. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, to be accurate. Pop this in. I'm sure that no doubt this is going to have problems with it. I'm wondering if there's like a setting here, display settings, I can change. Video output settings, HDMI, that's fine. Try custom. Let's try moving 1080p. Maybe that's what's screwing it up. And yeah, so apparently maybe it's 720p that's doing it. Nope. Okay, so that worked. Let's try to test it. We'll see what happens. Doesn't look like it's gonna do it. So we're gonna cancel, yes. Okay. So we are going to switch to Ninja Gaiden Sigma instead, which does not require the DualShock to play. The only thing that impacts it really is the Nimpo, like your magic you use, which unfortunately, like, you know, if you have to shake the controller to get a stronger response out of it. So I have like the weakest Nimpo the entire way through. And 2 is a bust. Let's do some ninja. Ninja-ing. We'll make that a new word. Hyphen ninja, hyphen ing. Ninja Gaiden Sigma and update. And hopefully I don't have to keep restarting OBS. So it's getting old real quick. That's not a good sound to hear. It may have just tried to kill my audio. So it's just the PlayStation 3 does not get along with trying to stream. Holy cow, it actually stayed up and functional. I am impressed. I may have been playing this one for a while, for 78 hours. Just may have done a little bit of routing in this. I thought there was an option to install. I guess maybe it already is installed. Alright, so we're gonna do some Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, so I didn't see an option to install unless I completely missed it somehow, which is entirely possible. But even if you have the game installed to the PlayStation 3 hard drive, it still loads constantly in like the worst possible times. So yeah, we're gonna see an example of that, because for a while I was actually wanting to speedrun this game and it just didn't really turn out to work for me, so kind of abandoned that idea. But it's still one of my like casual fun games to play. Fun. Most people find this game hard, but I love it. So one of the biggest improvements that they made for this game is, of course, not only the visuals, you have all this beautiful vista and falling leaves, but this actually used to be a river right here you'd land in. And this little section over to the left did not exist. That's something they added in for this version of the game. Also, the big rock here did not exist, so you could actually fall off to the other side if you weren't careful. Which I'm guessing a lot of people did, so they kind of closed it off. Now, this version of the game also adds in, basically, another difficulty level that is also in black, which is Ninja Dog mode, but also the ability to basically have a couple more levels, especially in the second part. Second level is when you start encountering some other stuff right before the Doku fight. You actually get to fight Doku where you'll still get your butt kicked. Oops. Now, it is actually possible to beat Doku, and if you do, the game instantly says, hey, okay, you're pretty good. Do you want to just, you know, you've unlocked the next difficulty level immediately. Okay, it rolled me too far. See you guys later. It didn't give me my info, how nice. Also, the dodging is different in this game, too. It's like, instead of just doing a backwards roll, you do like a backwards, like, flip usually. Or a handspring you'll see sometimes, too. Come on. They are dodging already. Come closer. You didn't listen. Yay, flying swallow. God, why is everybody hopping out of the way? just mirrors that look a little dark right now. It looks a little dark. I'm gonna see if there's a way for me to up this very slightly. Maybe there being ability to, let's see, configure video. Here we go. Okay, it's a little bit better. Not the best. I can't tell me how many times like I was practicing doing a speed run and just totally boffing this part, forgetting to grab the Fangs of the Samurai when I first started off. It's like, ah, crap. Instant run kill. Alright, Lives of 1,000 Gods. That's right, this one's a different screen. Items, here we go. We'll use it now. They can stay and fight and do these guys all over again. Okay, thank goodness it did not drop me down. Sometimes when the game goes to load at that particular moment when you do that, come back through here, it'll actually drop you straight down on top of the trap. Just new save. Okay, let's take a look, see how the stream's doing. Okay, so low latency somehow got turned off. There we go. Okay. It's like, what in the world? So everybody should hopefully be back. If not, that's a refresh message for everybody else who might need it. We're good here. Just basically had to switch to Ninja Gaiden Sigma because Killzone 2 quickly became a dead end. Use the key of courage. Really? Hey, Fico, very, very easy game, especially the version I'm playing right now, which is even harder. Okay, it's like, try to see if I can hit it getting in. Now we're at my favorite guy, the hippie with nunchucks.
I see you have made it this far.
I originally tried playing Killzone 2, and then quickly discovered that without a DualShock 3 controller, it's impossible to even get past the first quarter of the game. Like, the first level. Keep in mind, this guy is my uncle, and I've just murdered like hundreds of his clan. Holy crap. Okay, this is not working. I'm trying to do like quick strats and it's messing something up. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh. Multiplayer was not bad. Skirmish mode for that was okay too. But what really, really killed me for Killzone 2 was the 8 frames of input lag. They did patch it, so it put it around, I'd probably estimate close to 6, how it felt. But it still is a major problem.
So your father is still in the sacred wilderness.
Yes. He has entrusted me with the sword while he continues his training.
By the way, you didn't kill like 100 of my men, did you? I mean, if you wanted to say hi, you could have just let me know. I would have let you in.
Understand the pursuit of power. Perhaps beginning with your training here. And what of the sister blade, the Dark Dragon? Has he left you in charge of protecting it as well?
And I'm totally not evil, by the way.
It remains in the village under the protection of my father's clan. They will ensure that the sword remains untouched.
They got attacked and wiped out by your uncle's clan. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Master Ninja. Oh yes, he does. That was the fun of the early 2000s gaming. Macho sounding men. I think they pitched his voice down, but I love that because, like, in the first Ninja Gaiden game, it teaches you at this point. You run up to him, he teaches you about the ultimate techniques. And this one, they're like, you should know that already. Get the hell out of here. Actually, it was like after, I think Black did the same thing. It was pretty much Ninja Gaiden Black. They're like, you should already know how to do this already. Just, you're done. Just get out of here and go. Oh man, the loading times. So, the game is installed to the hard drive, by the way, I should point out. It still has just crazy loading at the weirdest points of time. I don't know what they were thinking with this version. Thankfully, Ninja Gaiden 2, or Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma, I think they mostly fixed the loading times. Oh yeah, because they're like, oh, it doesn't. It's like, yes, it does. Every single version of the PlayStation 3 can play PlayStation 1 games, not PlayStation 2. I have one of the last versions that does that. I actually have the last version that did that. Should I get a map here? Well, thank goodness, now I know where I'm going. But yeah, you'll have people like who just think that like, oh, they took out the PlayStation 2 functionality, so therefore you can't play 1. It's like, nah, that's not really how it works, buddy. My favorite, though, was when I was working retail, and people would say, like, where's Halo 2, or where's Halo for the PlayStation 2? It's like, it does not exist. You play it on an Xbox. No, I didn't. Why are you lying? Get your manager. It's like, why are you lying to me? Go in the back and find me a copy of Halo for PlayStation 2. It's like, it doesn't exist. It's like, you could not tell people that Halo was not on PlayStation 2. Halo or Halo 2, both of them you get asked for. If I did retail, it was one of the most aggravating things. And yet when I called them idiots, I got in trouble. PlayStation 3 definitely has ability to run a lot of stuff. You can even put RetroArch on it and make it run pretty well. Yay! I bought that one. Okay, I need you to run up the wall, Ryu. Ryu? Okay, so you want me to go this way, you're not gonna let me shortcut it. Fine. Jeez. Smoke bombs I never use. Oh, I love how you just keep missing more people. At least you had the Flying Swallow early, that's great. It's before, I don't think you had the Flying Swallow until you got the level 2 upgrade. Hey, it's Tech, what's up? Killzone, KZ2 is Killzone 2. I originally started the stream playing that game and complaining a lot about it. And very early on in the first level, you come up to a part where you have to have a DualShock 3 controller. There is no way to proceed without it. You have to grab onto this wheel and then use the motion controls to turn a wheel. And yeah, I don't have a DualShock 3 controller. So that quickly ended it, so I switched to Ninja Gaiden Sigma instead. Yeah, so Killzone 2 is a very, very nice looking game. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It is one of the best looking PlayStation 3 games you can buy. But unfortunately, it had, when it launched, like around 8 frames of input lag on the controls, which is absurd for a first-person shooter. They did patch it, which by my estimates from when I was playing it earlier felt like maybe around 6 or 7 frames of lag. It was still a big, huge problem trying to aim correctly. Yeah, I did the skip. And after that, I'm just going to jump in the water and run across anyway. At one point, I was going to speedrun this game, and then I kind of decided I really like it better as a casual game. I have more fun playing it casually than I would trying to speedrun it, so I gave up on the speedrun. Ryu, climb up, please. Okay. There we go. It wouldn't let me in here. That was weird. Shooter on console is already not ready. Okay, let me try that and slow it, read it down in English here. A shooter on a console is already not that great to play with an input lag like that. Well, I don't really have problems playing shooters on consoles. I know some people are like hardcore, like has to be mouse and keyboard, you know, like you have to have like super precision aiming, stuff like that. But for me, I can play either. I definitely recommend, you know, realizability of both, but with Killzone 2, it was just crazy, crazy, crazy. I got to play a little bit. I don't own Killzone 3, but I did get to play a little bit of it, and they actually didn't have any lag. I mean, if there's input lag, we're talking like 3-4 frames of input lag, maybe. It did not have the problem that 2 had, but of course it also didn't visually look as good as 2 either, which was kind of interesting. Because you think, okay, we're releasing the third game of the series. We've already done number 2 on PS3. We should be able to make it look even better now because it's like 2 or 3 years later, and it didn't. It was kind of a step visually backwards, a little bit. It wasn't like huge, but you could really tell that the graphics weren't fully there. Also at the start. Oh god, no! Ugh, dodge. Come on, Magician Man. usually the magician will like try to teleport quickly to stab you, and he's just staying back now. There he is. Oh, this game is trolling hard today. Holy crap, I have never seen the game troll this hard before. I mean, this game is known for trolling. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, some people are like, it has to be keyboard and mouse only. And like I said, I understand that. Like, I have a friend who's like that too. But it's like, if you play games, as long as they're mostly responsive, it shouldn't really be too much of an issue. But here's the funny thing. I like when people say like, oh, I can't play this game on console, but then they play it on PC, and it's like the exact same control scheme from the console ported over, but you're just using a mouse is all. It's like, so you don't actually have like better accuracy, you're just used to using the mouse at that point. Okay, so this is Sigma, so the Lunar is not there. Where is the Lunar in this game? I may have already passed it like an idiot.
A dark samurai clad in black armor, master. You do
Yeah,
not
I already missed it somehow. How in the world did I do that?
fight it.
Well then. Yeah, I mean, you think after getting pegged with a shuriken that you wouldn't be doing a whole lot of magicking, but here we are. So, somehow I managed to miss the Lunar Staff, because they moved it to the first level in this version of the game. Let's see, Ninja Gaiden Sigma... No, okay. It's located early on Chapter 4. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I didn't miss anything, so it's not a problem. I just gotta reload a save. No big problem. Just gotta do that fight over. Back up. I thought I had missed it, because I have the vanilla version of Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black in my head on top of playing Sigma. So I have like 3 versions all fighting to try to remember what is where, and it gets me really confused. Fortunately, the one thing they didn't screw with in this game across all the versions is the location of the golden scarabs. I know where all those are, not a problem. But for like weapons and when things happen, that really gets kind of messed up in my head. Alright, so we're back here at the bridge. So you gotta do the, hopefully I don't get trolled a whole lot this time. Yeah, you do get to have like a little bit more, you know, precision, especially for aiming for longer distance and stuff. Like usually in a first-person shooter, I usually like to play sniper because I actually know how to aim distance in real life and shoot for a ways. So, like games like Battlefield I really enjoy, or Battlefield 2 I really enjoyed a lot. Everyone play dead. Good job. Yeah, exactly. As long as you're not like a purist. I mean, it's like, is there some people like, I won't even touch this game, like if it doesn't have mouse controls. It's like, you're missing out on a lot of fun games that way. You know, and it's just it's kind of a shame when some people are like that, because I mean, like I said, there's so many great stuff across different consoles and PC, but everything has its place. I mean, I can, like I said, I can understand the whole thing about wanting to have accuracy and so forth, but it's like, yeah, you just gotta kind of go with the game, though. Ugh, Joy-Cons. I hate the Joy-Cons. The reason why, I have very large hands. I also have arthritis, and the Joy-Cons are stupidly small and not positioned well for buttons. So its default position controller, besides the Pro Controller, the right analog stick digs right into the palm of my, like, the fat part of your thumb, like where your thumb connects to there. So it's like, boom, it's huge. My brother, Tim, is adopted. We adopted him. He is ethnically Korean, you know. And even he complains that the Joy-Cons were too small. So when a guy who's like 5'4", you know, starts complaining about, hey, your controller is too small, you know, it's too small. Oh. No, we can't do anything for you now. Suck it up, little man. Let's see, are the Inferno... Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Yes, I want the item. Now I can do Nimpo. Unfortunately, so here's the thing. I did my taxes today. I am dead tired. But I did my taxes, and I will be getting a refund, so I do plan on buying a DualShock 3 controller. However, it's going to be like 20 days or so before I get my refund direct deposited. So, yeah. But I do plan on buying a DualShock 3 controller. That's the big thing, so I'll be able to do full stuff. Because like with Nimpo right now, you don't have the ability to do like full strength. It's like basically the weaker because you had to work in motion control somehow. This game makes you like shake your controller in order to get like stronger magic power. So unfortunately, with this, I'll be using. I'm stuck with like the weakest magic possible the entire game. Like even if you upgrade it, it's gonna do a little bit better, but not a whole lot. They've tried it before in the past, and I just don't know if they're going to really do it. I don't think it's really kind of caught on. So people have also done mods and stuff, and that was a big thing during the Wii. That I just don't think it's ever going to really catch on in full. Let's see, this is blue. Okay, that'll do. Did it too soon. What? Oh, this fight is going terribly. Really, game? It's like, nah, we're gonna swerve out of the way. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I'm getting trolled so hard. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so like, the game starts off in this kind of like fantasy setting. You go through this weird kind of pseudo Europe, everything. It's kind of this weird fantasy world, not really identifiable, somewhat human, somewhat Earth. Then with Ninja Gaiden 2, they start heading in real cities like Tokyo and New York City. And then by the time 3 rolls around, it's like it's just our world with just better technology. That's all. So it's changed throughout the games. Jeez, that was super troll. Yeah, so this game's kind of weird like that. Alright, so I'm about to go into the Masakato fight, which I had no idea that was his name until I started watching speedrunners. I'm like, oh, that's what his name is? Interesting. I'm going to hold off on that because I'm going to be able to upgrade my sword pretty soon. Now, it's kind of interesting is that on hard and up in this game, you can knock Masakato off of his horse using the Nimpo. Like your big firewall, your big fire attack on normal and easy, he stays on the horse no matter what. So it's kind of a interesting tactic that they did with it. Because one of my like speedrunning friends who watched me play this, like Furry Pursuer and sometimes like Unwary would drop by as well when I'd be streaming this game, and he was like, "Oh, just knock him off the horse." It's like he doesn't knock off on easy. It's like I know you guys are like way better players than I am, but it's like normal. He stays on there. He's not moving off his horse. By the way, you guys should totally follow Unwary. He plays. I think he's been playing Ninja Gaiden 2 recently. The flames were a nice addition for this version, I must say. Hey, buddy. And of course it targets the magician. Arrows do a lot of damage, however. Really? Troll Gaiden. There we go. Alright, Masakato's down. Double Nimpos do not help me. But now I can do counterattacks, thank goodness. So, one of the additions with the Sigma version of this game is that you have an additional level. You get to play as my favorite fetish hooker, not really hooker, just call it fetish model, Rachel, to be nicer to her. And also, you get to play an additional level as Ryu right now, whereas normally at this point you go through the gate and the game would say, hey, like it'd play a cutscene showing you get your butt kicked by Doku. Now you get to play through part of a building on fire, then fight Doku in person. If you manage to beat him, which I have done before on a previous save before everything got wiped out, the game will instantly ask you, like, it's like, hey, cool, you're good enough here. You've unlocked very hard mode. So if you have normal and hard, it'll unlock very hard. I don't think it'll unlock Master Ninja, however. I really don't know. That's something I have to ask the people I know who do this game way better than I do if it unlocks it. Oh, trust me, Jay, I'm with you, buddy. But she has, like, Rachel is... They put her into this game, okay, as a playable character, which is really awesome. However, she has, like, the wonkiest run cycle. I complain about every single time. It's really bizarre to watch her run around. I mean, nice on the eyes, but, like, her run cycle's, like... It seems like the developers were like, hey, we put her in here. Here's a prototype of what... we put her in here so we can, like, move her around. What do you think? What do you mean, what do we think? We shipped the game last week. The game's already out in the market. You can't fix the run cycles. The game's out there. People are buying it. shurikens. Let's put those back on. No magician, bad. So now when people start ganging up on me, I can actually counter them, which is awesome. Yes. Counter in this game is amazing. Also, so is wall damage. If you can hit somebody into a wall, you do a lot of damage. There's a magician around here somewhere. Yep, so everything's on fire. This is actually briefly shown in Ninja Gaiden 2 as well. But like I said, Sigma added this in. I love the little haze and fire effects. Oh, it's trolling. By the way, let me just tell you how hot this would actually be in right here in this fire. And a room fully involved like this, you're looking at like temperatures of like 800, 900 degrees Fahrenheit easily. Okay, that's the way I came in. Oops. Alright then. Yeah, like, fires like this get stupidly hot inside, so you would not want to be in there trying to fight everybody to the death. You, character who we never really say your name or importance really to Ryu at all. Yes, definitely unsheathable. There is never going to be a sheath for that thing. It's got the dragon sword, I am dead, and now I come back to life because... Basically, remember the movie The Crow? It's like that. Spirit comes along, is like, oh, you died horribly, and you're really, really ticked off. How would we bring you back to life so you can do vengeance, and then never talk about the fact that you are a zombie in every single game after this one? Because technically I died, so my spirit's been resurrected for vengeance. when the game ends, I go flying off into Ninja Heaven, I guess. You kill enough people, you get into Ninja Heaven. It's like a rewards card, I guess. And then you're back for number 2, and they never touch upon the fact that you died in the first game. You flew off as a spirit at the end. 3, they don't care anymore. They're like, remember how your entire village got wiped out in the first game and was still dead in the second game? Well, now there's like 1,000 people in the Ninja Village. Don't ask questions. Who knows? Actually, no, because Rachel is in all 3 versions of the game. Actually, no, she's not in 3. I think they may have made mention to it somewhere in the story, I think. But Muramasa, his, like, the shop guy, his shops are in this game. In 2, you see him in person as well. And I think they make mention of him again in 3. Razor's Edge was just such a mess.
Makes for very few ways to enter the country.
Except for by blimp.
One of the only remaining routes is by airship to the capital city.
Something called a Led Zeppelin through Kashmir. So you gotta play the immigrant song. So no, there's no cutscene you getting resurrected. That's basically implied. I think, I'm not sure. I want to speculate, and there might be a cultural thing that I'm unaware of, with like birds coming back. And therefore, I remember like basically for the crow is basically like, hey, you know, vengeful spirit type deal. Bird shows up, and it's pretty much the same thing for this game. So, I mean, like literally at the end of this game, you go flying off as a spirit with the hawk flying after you to indicate like your entire mission's done. You saved the day. You're going off to Ninja Heaven, whatever. So it's pretty much implied. But like I said, and then 2 onward, they never bring up the fact that you're a zombie still running around. They just ignore it all. Yeah, there's no scene. Basically, like, you're getting dressed in your current, like, you know, S&M leather gimp outfit, I guess we'll call it. And Mirai, the nunchuck dude, is like, so, you need to go get the Dark Dragon Blade back. Good luck with that. Kill lots of people.
You must strengthen your weapon.
Oh yeah. Like him and Solid Snake, they got nice butts. I will not lie. Some other brothers might deny, but not me. Suddenly, people jumping through windows and kicking in doors. Okay. Sir, I need you to stop, please. Oh, trust me, Furry is well aware of that. You should have been in the stream when he saw, like, my costume change for Bayonetta 2. He almost lost it. It was funny. He's like, I'm not the Furry. It's like, dude, you are. It's cool. I'm down with it. Whatever. It's like, it's not my thing personally. I don't kink shame. I got my own kinks. It's like he was like, if her ears wiggle, I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, no, they don't. It's okay. I miss his streams. I got to catch one of his about a week ago or so. Actually, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I should say. And it was a lot of fun because I haven't seen his streams in a while. Oh yeah, it's funny. I love the Toilet one just because it cracks me up. He just like it was so filled with hope. Like, oh my god, please tell me. It's like, no, sorry.
Casting Nimpo, shake the controller.
Unless you're on a DualShock 4 controller, then you're boned. You are playing the game on harder by accident. Oh, jumped out too far. Why are you not dead, sir? I mean, I'm no medical expert, but getting hit multiple times with a katana probably would kill you. Alright, Tech, thanks for hanging out. See you next time, hopefully. Yeah, don't shoot people X-rays. I mean, I'm sure they're all safe to a certain level, but you don't want to just be hitting people with, you know, X-rays they don't need. Just saying. I will not be held responsible. True. True. But within reason. Everything is good within reason. Pseudo drop. Yes. Skis of vengeance. I mean, skies of vengeance. Okay, so let's jump back up here. I know, kind of weird diversions, but I just want to make sure to save there in case something stupid happened. Let's see. This is where I need to go. Wow, I don't think I've killed everybody that fast, that quickly. Alright, Night Tech, see you next time. And just for fun, let's go back and unlock that door. Yay, it's been unlocked. Here's a cutscene of you opening it and skipping it. And I think I can get into this door now, I'm not sure. Yes. Oh, sorry about that. I had to mute the microphone real quickly. I had to sneeze. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, winter is wrapping up here. It's still kind of cold, but now allergies are starting up. So, sneezing randomly. And let me tell you, when you got major back problems, not the most fun thing to have. Even if you're on fentanyl, which I am, it still kills you. So I didn't want to blow anyone's eardrums out, so I figured it'd probably be good to mute the microphone real quick. Didn't realize he popped up that quickly. That close. So you shouldn't be getting up from that. Okay, good. Be very concerned. Oh, that's right. I also forgot they added in a new weapon. The Dragon and Claw, I believe they're called. Yep. Dragon's Claw and Tiger's Fang. And I never really used this weapon. Although, actually, this, I think, is really good against the boss. But yeah, I usually stick with the dragon sword or the other multitude of weapons you get. Okay, I'm gonna need the bow and arrow. Hey, a lock, I believe it is. Oh, okay, why did that not absorb both of them? Why? Because it's Troll Gaiden. And yeah, I bought that on landing. Stop it. Who did that? Oh yes, Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Ah, it'd probably be the guy with the rocket launcher. Don't worry, he's dead. And hey, I need to learn one of those things anyway. So yeah, originally my plan tonight was us playing Killzone 2, and then I don't own a DualShock 3 controller. So that quickly went by the wayside. Can I go up here and snipe these guys yet? Yes, I can. Yep, they're dead. Okay. So I decided to switch to Ninja Gaiden Sigma, have more fun with that. With my amazingly subpar gaming skills. Now, I have ran and jumped at this before and missed it, so I tend to go a little bit slower. No, actually, this came out first. So Ninja Gaiden 2 actually added them in from this. They were not in black, however. So they were a pure addition to this game. I really don't use them, however. This guy can troll really hard, too. I've had him knock me over the edge before. There we go. Okay, fun fact. Ryu talks about, like, careless repair job. Are they trying to make fun of ninjas? Because that's loosely very close to ninja in Japanese. Kinda, sorta. So that's why he makes that little reply about it. Yeah, pretty close. It's just one of those things like, haha, I got it. Because a lot of people are like, what are they talking about? I'm like, it's a joke. It's a humor joke that flew over most people's heads in English because they have no idea about it, which is perfectly understandable. Way to aim over his head, Ryu. Real ninjas don't sheath their swords. Nope, they just keep climbing across holding one sword, hoping it doesn't cut the line you're climbing across. Actually, did I ever buy the accessories? No, I did not. I might as well save just to make sure. Don't screw up something. You gotta add some kind of element of danger to it. Razor sharp sword, your entire life is hanging on the line between plummeting to your death why not carry it in your hands and constantly place it on the line you're trying to carry across, you're trying to climb across? Nothing bad will come of this. Let's see, let's go backwards now. So, when getting all 100 scarabs in this game, you have to go backwards. And this door unlocks once you smash all the power. Is this new?
Soon you will find yourself
Yeah,
faced
so
with
instead of a
horrible
room where you gotta
enemies.
climb on top of boxes to
Beware
get to it, you
you
have
have
to
defeated
kill
them
everybody
all,
in
and you will
here,
be
and then it gives you a
priceless
Lives of the
trophy.
Thousand Gods, and I think also the possibly the Golden Scarab too, I think. So unfortunately, I got 3 versions of this game bouncing around my skull, all fighting for which one is correct. Yeah, drop the Dragon Sword, ah, crap. Well, then, like, for Ninja Gaiden 3 and Razor's Edge, they pretty much determined, you know what, Ryu doesn't need parachutes. He constantly jumps out of airplanes, falls like 10, 15,000 feet, and just hits the ground, and he's perfectly fine. No parachute needed. Just flies down, smacks into the ground, doesn't phase him. So this has now turned into a big giant battle arena. Of course, he get knocked at the last second. Why is it not giving me like the full... Like, I'm not getting like the full charge, even doing like 2 essence absorptions. Weird. Yeah, even like Master Chief, according to the books, like, well, I think also in Halo 3 they talked about it too. It's like he got like completely screwed up from the jump. And actually, one of my friends sent me the book for Reach, which is why I was surprised it ever became a video game. It's like the entire Battle of Reach lasted like 45 minutes. like most of them had to like bail out of their ship that got blown up in orbit. And like most of them didn't survive the fall back and re-entry. That's when they kind of discovered, well, it is theoretically possible to live through it. Because like about 7 or 8 of them did. That's it, of course. Yeah, Ryu doesn't care. I mean, the thing is that like Master Chief was not a ninja, which is the ultimate deciding factor. You may remember, if you're old enough, a website called Real Ultimate Power, which described the awesomeness of ninjas. It's probably still on the internet today if you want to Google search that. Oh yeah, actually the books were really interesting. My friend sent me like the audiobooks is what they were. And they were like really flesh out the story. It was really cool stuff. Like you start like they start filling in the details about Cortana breaking down and the reason why AIs break down. And it was really fascinating. It's like, well, this is like really expanding out the universe. Let me lower down the game volume just slightly. I see it peaking a little higher. But yeah, it's like the books were really kind of fascinating, especially like when they got to like the Battle of Reach. It was like, because it came out the book Battle of Reach like came out, I want to say maybe 2 years or something like that before the game did. Which is why I was surprised. It's like they're gonna make this into a video game. It's like the battle lasted 45 minutes. They got their asses kicked. So pretty soon it should be throwing, I think, rocket launcher guys at me. I thought, at least. Maybe that's a little bit. Yep, there they are. There we go. Yeah! Whew, that's a fun little challenge. Oh, come on, Ryu. There we go. First golden scarab. So, if you don't pick this one up and you're trying to do a full 50, like all scarabs run, you're boned. Like I said, the original Ninja Gaiden Vanilla and Black, this was not a challenge room. You basically walk in here, jump across a couple boxes, you could get some items and the scarab, and that was it. Really straightforward. Items, like 1,000 gods. I'm just gonna go in here and save real quick, so I don't have to do all that again if I were to die somehow. Oops, wait a minute, wrong one. The one to the right. Just that way I don't have to do that all over again if I screw up. Which is entirely a possibility. Never seemed to do the on-landing trick that well. Dude, really? Come on, get off my back. Oh yeah, the devil sword, I guess. Yeah, that thing. Can never figure out how to say that. I always boff it terribly. Yeah, I just call it the Diablo sword. When I play games, if I can't figure out how to say something because I'm stupid, I just make up my own words. Which has become a big problem, because, like, especially when I speedrun Ninja Gaiden, or not Ninja Gaiden 2, but Bayonetta 2. And, like, everyone's asking questions in Discord, I'm like, yeah, it's this level, you know, where you fight King Kong. They're like, what? It's like, whatever the name of the guy is, who the first boss is in the game, climbing up the building. Oh! It's like, I make up my own stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, damn it. I suck. But yeah, Diablo's a lot of fun to use. It's very, very cool. Okay, just hang out there, I'm gonna save. So I'm probably gonna get my butt kicked, but I'm gonna try a technique when I fight the boss using those weapons. Alright, or get my butt kicked before, either way. Either way, we'll know. Holy crap, game, really? Okay, screw that, reload. I'm not putting up with that already. It's like 2 level guys just like instantly nailing me as soon as I let go of the block button. No, I ain't putting up with that. Not gonna do it. And now they're gone. Okay. No, it's great. It was like stupidly powerful. But what I liked about this game is that when you get modifications to your weapons, you actually see them. Because nothing kind of aggravates me more like when you do an upgrade and it shows you like this really cool looking weapon. Pardon me. And then the in-game model just doesn't change whatsoever. In this game, like when you get that sword and you start leveling it up, you see it actually changes. It's actually not a glitch, that's screen tearing, which is a problem unfortunately in the PlayStation 3 version. There's no VSync in order to hit the 60 frames per second, so that's what you might be seeing up there, because this game does have screen tearing. Okay, game. Yeah, okay, so that works, but unfortunately I'm terrible at it, so I'm not going to go with that strategy. Because how many reloads does it take to beat the simple boss? Well, you're going to find out. Let's take a look here. I pulled it up. Okay, I see it up there. I see what you're talking about now. At first, like people usually bring up like, "Oh, it's screen, like screen tearing." I'm like, no, that's not there. So let's see if that fixes a little bit. Some kind of like weird overscan. I pulled that up on mobile, see, because like unfortunately, like the preview window for Twitch doesn't show me it on there, but I see it on mobile. Now I see exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's really weird. So. Because I have the box fully expanded for OBS to fit the window. I don't know, we'll have to chalk it up to weird things with the PlayStation 3. Of which there are many when you try to stream with this system. They put HDCP on everything, so you have to use a splitter in order to strip it out, because other than that, you just have a black screen. Because they were so paranoid about people trying to steal stuff, I guess, or possibly maybe copy Blu-rays, I'm guessing. Pretty much. It's really crazy, especially when you like get down to the nitty-gritty of how even like packets work. All this crazy stuff, encapsulation and so forth, like how that just even functions and the internet works to begin with, frames and whatnot. It's a pretty crazy process. Some real literal geniuses invented the internet, made it work. Alright, so attempt 2 with this fight. Use my old strats, not try to screw around with anything new that I'm not familiar with. Still probably get beat up a lot. Oh, forgot about that. Secondary grab, shoot to the face. Oh, I gotta remember that. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, it's mind-blowing when you get down to the bottom levels of like how everything functions. There we go. Not the prettiest method, but it works. And then it goes full Hindenburg. Oh, the huge manatees! Yeah, shouldn't have put hydrogen on there either, or use the base compounds of what makes thermite, although they proved it wasn't really thermite that took it out. But yeah, maybe we shouldn't use highly flammable gases to keep our things in the air. Nah. That's just crazy talk. Yeah, it's like, don't worry, it'll work perfectly unless we have some kind of a gigantic, like, robo-soldier explode on top. Then everyone's gonna die horribly. Except for maybe a ninja who might be on top of the blimp that caused the person to explode. But we're just spitballing here. I would like it if like some engineer actually works like ninjas into their design plans. We've developed our new minivan to withstand a 95-mile-per-hour head-on impact and also possible ninja attack. Remember the G.I. Joe movie where that guy kept punching the tank and it fell apart? Not gonna happen with our new Astrovan. Now, see, this is the cool part, though. Somehow I've survived Hindenburg Part 2. And I've decided that this is the most efficient way to travel into town. Ryu's gotta be amazing on like a ski lift.
You must go.
You must now go to Hans Bar. We've completely rechanged how this works, make it a lot faster, thank goodness. So the original versions of the game, you had to go down to the bar, get denied entry, then go back to the store and buy something if you hadn't already, get your ticket, then make your way back to the store. This one's just like, whatever, get there, you're done. Go buy something at the store, you're in. All said and good. Sometimes I forget I have the Izuna drop, but I don't know why that is. Bow and arrow, projectile weapons. They are actually added into black, but I just never use them because I never really get them to work right. So it's more like a personal preference, so I just never really use them. Yep, and that has changed for this, of course, because this is PlayStation, so you just get this weird, like, Team Ninja monolith instead. And no Flying Swallow for me. Let's go get the Lunar Staff. It's weird, you get the weapon and it upgrades like all the guys here all of a sudden. Like, please die. In Sigma, I think just one weapon, really. I think it just gives you the... I think the only one was the Dragon Claw and Fang. And then in Sigma 2, we'll call it, I think there's like 2 different weapons. Which is one's kind of like the Dragon Sword, almost. Or not the Dragon Sword, but the Devil, Diablo, as I call it. Due to my inability to say the actual name of the sword. And something else as well, I want to say. I'm drawing a blank on it. But in this game, they did add in the extra weapon, and then the little additional Ryu part where we get to fight Doku. And then also the Rachel levels, 2 of them. Lunar was actually added in the Hurricane packs, and then Ninja Gaiden Black had it as well. Hurricane packs were like original add-ons for the Xbox original, I should say. I'm still working on trying to talk, like streaming for like 2.5 years, still can't barely talk and play games at the same time. But yeah, so they added in for the Hurricane packs, which were downloadable, free content for the original Xbox. And then Ninja Gaiden Black came out and they put it in there too, so... Also, in the original game, if you had the Strongbow, Ninja Gaiden, you could shoot the clock tower, like the clock face there, and it would basically unlock one of the games for you. Because the original vanilla version of Ninja Gaiden had the Super Nintendo ports of Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3, which were originally on Nintendo. Then when Ninja Gaiden Black came out, for some reason, there was some kind of contract dispute, I want to say. And you could actually unlock... They removed out the games, I think it was, for the original Nintendo, like the Super Nintendo ports for it, and replace it with Ninja Gaiden arcade game, which is just terrible. I actually played the actual arcade machine, so I have experience with it before. It's just not that fun. And I think they removed out all the original Nintendo games. And then Sigma, I don't think has any of them, if I remember correctly. I could be mistaken on that. There might be the unlockable arcade version, but I do not remember. Right, yeah, you shoot the clock tower to get Ninja Gaiden 2. Then 3, I think, was like after you do all 50 scarabs, and then right before you fight the giant bone dragon thing, like that shoots laser beams at you. I don't know what level that is, what chapter it is. So I'm just kind of... It's right before the water swimming level, which everybody, including myself, hates. And they radically changed for this version of the game. Up on top of one of the hidden pedestals where you'd find one of the golden scarabs is supposed to be Ninja Gaiden 3. Gimme, gimme, gimme! Yeah, water levels are... Ooh, I have major flaws or major problems with certain types of levels in games. Water levels, ice levels, and escort missions. Those are like the 3 things I'm like, ugh, just please stop putting this crap in your game. Yeah, but the water level in this game got like radically redone for Sigma. It's like a completely different level just about. Yes, more ice! What really annoys me is like when you're playing a game like F-Zero and there's ice physics, it's like you're a hover car. Why are there ice physics? Why were you not affected? I demand answers. In blood. Yeah, so you have like a game like Wipeout or F-Zero and you're sliding around on ice. It's like you're in a hover car. This should not be a problem. See, magnets I can understand. Wind, I can understand that too. Ice and a hover car. No. Wrong. Okay, I need you to pick this up, please. Thank you. And jump off the ledge. We ain't dealing with them. We ain't dealing with those fools. Supplies, items... Of course, there is technically an ice level in this game, but you're not. There's no ice physics with it, thankfully. That would just be unsufferable. In an already difficult game for a lot of people, it'd be even worse. Now, if you run too far into this room, like into the circle here, you'll get attacked by ninjas, but if you stay closer to the left, you won't be bothered by them. Also, another weird kind of thing, like Ninja Gaiden, the vanilla version, Essence didn't just go shooting into your body, it actually would go close and then do this weird kind of circle thing, then get absorbed. And Black onward, they just made it go shooting right into you. So I'm not sure why that was. Maybe they felt that it was taking a quarter second too long to get to you? I love everyone's books in this. Like, oh, I saw a woman, she's beautiful. Why am I not as good as other ninjas? Ninja Gaiden 2 was really, really bad for that. Just whiny ninjas everywhere. They're not the Spider Ninja clan, they're like the Spider Emo clan. I have a feeling I missed the nunchucks in this level. I'm not sure if they're later or in here. Let me take a look real quick. Like I said, I have like 3 versions of this game bouncing around my skull and I can never remember where they are. Next to the lily door. Okay. Yeah, so they normally would be here. Like in Black, there's an alley here, but in Sigma, there's nothing. It's all closed off. So, from what I saw, it looks to be near the lily door, which is where I did the tightrope walk or like climb across. Down near the bottom, they added a save point there to the next to the door. And there should be a body with the nunchucks at that point, which will be fine. I'll be going back through there anyway. Screw Spider Ninjas, not dealing with you. I don't really use the nunchucks much anyway. I like the, motorcycles out of nowhere. Oh, that's funny, they reused that line. I end up using the Vigorian flails when I get those things. Those are beastly. I hate these motorcycle guys. Oh yeah, flails are amazing. Yeah, I've heard people like tell me they don't really use the flails. I'm like, how could you not? I mean, especially when you get them upgraded to level 2, and you're like fighting against all the Vigrid soldiers. I think they're Vigrid? Maybe? I might be getting cross-contaminated in my brain with Bayonetta 2. But the soldiers you fight with the flails, it just pops their heads off. It's great. Windmill Shuriken and the Team Ninja Floating Obelisk. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, I'm getting him... I'm crossing the streams here. I got too many great action games bouncing around my skull. Vigor, that's this place. Vigor, I think, is what it is. Like... And here comes my favorite character. Not Rachel, one of the people running out from the bar. The guy in the purple, the best undeserved. I mean, he just doesn't get enough praise. Man fleeing in terror, peeing himself, number 4. Ah, you gotta love her. I do. It's like, even in her, like, pre-rendered things, she still doesn't walk right. She still doesn't look right moving.
I'm Rachel, hunter and slayer of fiends.
High heels, leather.
That was a fiend.
You look like you've just dropped out of an S&M club or a fetish club.
It's hard to believe they were
Definitely fighting. Because I mean, it's like,
Human.
the less armor you wear, the stronger you are as a woman, apparently. And also, if you're in a bikini, you can take, like, gunfire and it'll just bounce off you.
So what does that make you?
Complex.
But of course, Ryu's wearing leather, too, so...
I'm looking for a
Double
great
standards
fiend.
much? I guess so. Calling myself out.
Why are you looking for him?
I'm going to kill him.
And yet that turns her on for some reason. She's like, ooh, I don't know why every single woman in the Ninja Gaiden series is like, dude, Ryu is so hot. He's got like no personality. He's bland and boring. He only wants to kill people. Oh, I love him. It's like, why? Her and Sonya. Breasts don't move like that, Itakagi. Come on. It's like, I know you like them, but have you actually seen them in person? They don't move like that. Gosh, what? There was an old comic. Let's see if I can find this.
You seem to have quite a way with the ladies, my friend. Don't mind me, I'm just passing by. By the way, good luck with that Doku guy. Sounds like you're going to need it. Oh, and I know Rachel quite well. She'll be just fine.
Okay, so unfortunately the guy decided to change his archive, which does not help. So at some point go, hey, let's change stuff around so you can't really find old comics you may have liked before. So let's see, this was what day? Oh, well, I can't find it, but basically what it was like, it was a parody of basically like Dead or Alive beach volleyball, and their breasts spontaneously moving, and like they go out of control, and one of them starts like beating them up, and the other one flies off the screen. Hey, it's Nimix. Alright, back to the ninja-ing. Oh, Master Ninja. Now I get to play as Rachel, which is a new addition to this version of the game. So now you're going to see what I complain about with the wonky run cycle. It's special. But yes, this is her run cycle. It's just like weird prancing hopping. Yes, and like I said, breasts don't move like this. They're like independent. Yep, you have access to that, my one lonely subscriber. It's Dr. Nick Riviera, the best doctor in all of The Simpsons. My favorite quote: "Calm yourself down, like, sir, please calm yourself. You're gonna give yourself skin failure." Yeah, don't worry, you won't feel a thing until I jam this down your throat. Yeah, so how do I know that college admissions are total, like, BS and they don't read the essays? Because, I applied for medical school years ago. Many years ago. And, they asked, like, what are your influences? Why do you want to attend? And I wrote that Dr. Nick was my hero, and he was always willing to take on any patient in any place, always for the money, and always managed to screw things up, but never got sued for malpractice that we're aware of. And I got accepted. So, they don't read admissions essays at all. Yeah, it's like, I can just imagine all the problems that would ensue just by people moving like this. Oh yeah, like, look at everything. It's like, oh wow, it's like, all the things I like in one person. Neat. I'm not against it. So it's like, alright, so what do we have for a character in the game? Well, let's take a fetish model and the S&M stuff there, and we're going to dress up like this. They're like, are we seriously putting this in the game? Yeah, it's great. I say, I'm pretty sure her run cycle was like a test animation. They're like, yeah, here we go. This is I got that prototype of him running for animation for running. They're like, we shipped the game like a week ago. People are buying it. We can't fix it. It's too late. The game's out the door. Monastery key. I don't think I can really do anything with her. You can't really upgrade the weapon, but you can buy earrings of potency, which, you know, increase your kick, do your ultimate techniques, and then you also have, I think you have to do challenges, like challenge fights, to unlock different hairstyles. Boy, fiends! I love it. That's her counter, is an instant kill. The weapon's already strong enough, but then you have like an instant kill counter, just about. Yeah, you think gates wouldn't slow people down like me or ninjas or anything like this. It'd be like minor inconveniences. Even Jackie Chan would laugh at this gate. Okay, everybody's dead. But yet, I think when Ryu comes through here, the gate's still locked? Yeah, they're like, you know what? I may have unlocked this gate here and might help somebody else. Even that hot ninja I just saw here a couple of moments ago might be coming back through here. Better lock up the gate and throw away the key so he has to find it himself, because the best reward is hard work. He's a ninja. He doesn't need a lock. He can get over it. And Ryu's like, oh god, I can't get over this door. I need help. So what I really need is ultimate techniques. Yes, please. Very, very valuable. Sorcery, accessories. Her favorite earrings. Let's put on clarity instead. Yes, I am the good guy. Now, Rachel does have a wall hop, but it's kind of tricky to do. I just happen to do it straight off. But, yeah, it's usually kind of annoying. You gotta do it real fast. Like, Ryu can, like, run around a little more. But with Rachel, she's just like, okay, hit the wall and drop immediately. Like, that's it right there. You gotta jump fast. I think there's anything back here. No. Okay, so this is a little challenge arena. think there's a total of 60 enemies, if I remember correctly. So it should be just about over. Yep. Do my hairstyle. Not to mention a bunch of points. 6,000, not too great. Ooh, long flowing blonde. So instead of this hairstyle, your long, weird PlayStation 3 hair that kind of moves around but doesn't really move independently. It's a good possibility. I wouldn't put it past them. And that's why I was really surprised, like, when I played Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball. I don't think she was in that, but, like, one, it's actually a pretty decent volleyball game, which is very surprising. And then two, it's like everyone's animations were completely changed. I figured they'd just kind of copy and paste from the Ninja Gaiden games, or at least the fighting games, and they had like pretty much new animations. I love that move. Just light into heavy. Baseball swing. Oh. You're out of here. For me. I think this is still another endurance. Yep. Get to fight some good old spider ninjas. I say, if you can knock somebody into a wall in this game, you do incredible splat damage. Now, I've been told on higher difficulties later, I think it's later on or higher up, you can actually defeat these two characters in the painting. I've been told this, I've never done it.
In an age when chaos ruled all, the bloodlines of all the ancient tribes were mixed, and their traits were passed on to the fiends. Then there were the twin fiend sisters, Nike, fiend of destruction, and Ishtaros, fiend of creation. The bloodline they began invited the awakening of an entire new race of fiends. Those who have awakened to become fiends may only find freedom in death. Only in death.
Your sister's gotta die. Oops. Legendary Hunter. Alright, we'll do one more level as Ryu. My hands are starting to swell up a little bit. We'll let it rock. Oh yeah, this is just... Oh. This level is very annoying because you just keep running to like the spider ninjas like over and over and over again.
If you wish to follow...
So you can either go inside and you can fight your way through a whole bunch of people. That's one way you can do it. There's some items you can pick up along the way, like some healing and so forth, or you can just say, nuts to that. Right into a motorcycle fight! Oh, missed that. So... Okay, that's bizarre. I don't think I've ever done that before, where I've hit that jump and then not made the successive ones. Refill! It was so much better when it was the prototype Xbox. The big giant X. I just can never seem to get that crazy on landing thing. Basically, you go neutral with the stick and then you press forward and jump again. It should be like another quick hop. I don't think I can upgrade the sword again. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think it's possible right now. Give me my goodies. Yeah, so can't do that. No problem. For me, the lunar staff doesn't really get good until level 3. And that's like every single Ninja Gaiden game it's in. It's just like, it's alright. Like 2 is a little bit better. And then like the 3rd level is just where it comes to like comes into its own. Here's the nunchucks. Let's pull them out for fun. And they also have the classic Bruce Lee sound. How can you not love that? Oh, comboed. Okay, so here's some spider ninjas not dealing with your nonsense. You guys suck, you can drain my life real quickly. No way, Jose. Leave me alone! Yes, you hear right. Yeah, not gonna deal with that. Loading at the worst time possible. Yay! Okay, enough of that. Dragon Sword. Now this part I hate, because if you screw it up, you fall down, gotta go all the way back and do all that again. Yeah, alright, cool. Yeah, so if you drop down, it puts you like right into a fight with a bunch of spider ninjas again. Alright, so there's a little trick here. Normally when you go down and you go into here, ninjas are supposed to appear. You can despawn them. Oh, they should be gone. Yeah. There's a speedrun I watched recently, and some guy was like listing off this super complicated way to do this. He was like, you have to do this and do a couple different jumps and sacrifice a couple chickens, eat some KFC as apologize to the chickens you sacrificed, do the hokey pokey. You know, it's like, you don't need to do that. You just saw exactly what I did right now. You run forward so you can see them, run back, you run back again, and that's it. Done. It's like 2 seconds. I'm like, they have this guy. It's like, there's nothing complicated for it. It's like, apparently you have OCD if you're doing 25 steps for a 2-step process. You might want to ask other speedrunners how to do it. Or look at other people do it. Okay, this is a ninja fight. It's like wording always loads at the worst possible time. Now, if you reload from the save point here, you are instantly in a ninja fight. Which is ridiculously brutal of the game to do. Okay, and I'm dropping frames like crazy, which is okay, because I'm at a save point. I don't know what server I'm on. I wonder if it put me back on Chicago. Let me take a look. Stream... No, New York. Yeah, I just dropped like 430 frames out of nowhere. Weird. Okay, I think I need to go this way. There's a scarab. Right in here. There is a way to skip this gate. I don't have the skill to do it though. It's like, it's some kind of weird, like you can... I think I may have come close there. Nope. You have to hit the wall at an angle and you jump, and I think you can do downward slash. Something like that, and get over top it. I've seen people do it, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's something I've never practiced. I just can't remember that right now going, oh yeah, that's a thing that you can do. This is why I don't like Ninja Gaiden Sigma, is in particular this part where it's just constantly loading, even though the game's installed. I can only imagine what it's like if you haven't installed this game to the hard drive, because it actually has the install. I think it's like 8 gigs it ends up on there. But it's just, even with it on the hard drive, it's not all completely on the hard drive, it's just part of it, but it still takes a lot to do. So the wooden sword, for those who do not know, seems kind of like a weird weapon. But if you manage to upgrade it all the way and spend the time and resources on it, it becomes, well, it used to be the strongest weapon in the entire game. It got nerfed in this version, unfortunately. Pardon me, unfortunately it got nerfed in this version of the game. It becomes the unlabored flawlessness. And the lower health you have, the more damage it outputs. So if you can ride that line between almost dying, you can wreck bosses in like one hit. 1 or 2 hits. It's crazy. I wonder if Rachel left the door unlocked. That jerk. Yep, that's what it did. If you spent all the time and money to upgrade it, it takes a lot. I'm trying to remember the level where you start going to the underground caves and fighting a lot of... like, you go down, you originally, like, you drop down to the sewers. It's after you blow up the train. The train crashes, and you kill a lot of innocent people. And, like, the level immediately after that, you go down to the sewers. That's a great place to constantly start grinding out money to upgrade it all the way. But yeah, that's originally what it does. Oh gosh. I hate the motorcycles. If there's one thing I could remove from this version of the game, it would be this. I like the people on horses, but more annoying. Come back! Oh yeah, it was the best weapon. It got nerfed in this game. It's still very powerful. I mean, don't mistake that at all. But it got really toned down the damage department. And now suddenly dinosaurs are a thing in this world than never in any other version of the game. Oh, bad. That was bad. It's like I can't see where they are. And eventually a cutscene will load here. So just a bright white screen. There we go!
Not bad.
And now for all you Vor fans out there, stay tuned.
You're much more powerful than just a human.
If you don't know what that is, don't
My
Google it.
strength comes from training, not from some curse in my blood.
Are you so sure of that? I was convinced once that my blood was pure, but then I saw what my pure blood was capable of. I watched as my twin sister was cursed and twisted into a greater fiend. Now I know the path I walk is narrow.
Why didn't you leave the front door unlocked?
Coup.
He led her down the path of evil, and she succumbed. Fiends are pitiful beings, destined to live.
Also,
forever,
Ryu is a
slaves
jerk
to the
here
forces
too
of
because he
evil.
knows she's going to get hit and he doesn't do anything except for grab his own sword. He could just like get down. You could have done the Arnold get
So I
down,
became a hunter.
but he didn't even do that. He's just
Kill my
like, oh,
sister.
something's gonna happen. Better get my sword and
To
get
kill
ready.
Alma.
Like right here.
Beneath this monastery, there is.
Yeah, he could have said get down or something. He just stood there like a jerk for 3 seconds. Okay, it doesn't. I don't have the 361. Oh crap! I'm used to doing like the 360 spin. For you keep fighting this guy. Like you fight him at least another 2 times, and the second time you fight him, you should have an upgraded dragon sword. So like you can do a 360 move and like do a crap ton of damage. Okay, stop trolling, dude. Yeah, it's gonna give me a 3 cycle, that sucks. And here we go, the best cutscene in the entire game. You'll see why. Yep. It gets better. It's classic Itakaki.
Was that a fiend as well?
I've never seen one like that before. Something strange. So many of them.
Ayane, show up and say cryptic things that don't really make a whole lot of sense. Okay. It's weird how she went from a boss in Dead or Alive to, like, major supporting character
Ayane,
in the entire
running
series.
errands for Mirai again, I see.
The boldness of the fiends is the work of the Dark Dragon. It is a cursed blade, bestowing an unfathomable strength on those wicked enough to wield it. As we speak, its power is growing.
That would explain the stirring in my blood.
Blood. It dominates all humankind, assisted by the power of the fiends.
Ayane.
Here we go.
Take care
Here
of
comes the
Rachel.
best shot. You'll see why. It cracks me up every time. It's like, really?
Ryu! I
Yep.
heard there is a hidden path under the monastery that leads to the Emperor's palace.
They went there.
Doku will also be there.
I just now suddenly looked at the chat. She lived the way she died, the way she lived, jiggling. Amen. All right, then the bad guys go, "Oh, Ryu's killing everybody, and my evil sword is getting stronger for some reason." Because he's the one doing the killing, which doesn't make sense because it should be anyone you kill. It's semantics. Updating my 2-stream list. I always have a 2-stream, by the way, if anybody else is new. Hey, Relok, I just noticed that you followed. I don't have any notifications on my screen when somebody does that because I kind of try to focus mostly on the game. And don't really do that very well myself. But if anyone always had like a suggestion for stuff to stream, I'm always up to it. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it. But I have done it before in the past. I always like to have different ideas. And sometimes people suggest games that I never really think of as well. Like, oh, that would be good. Like one time, Nimix actually suggested playing like, hey, how about Dragon's Lair? I'm like, yeah, and I've actually done that twice on stream before. I did one was just nothing straight off but Dragon's Lair games, including the fun, air quotes, fun Nintendo version, which is pretty much impossible. And yes, I know people can speedrun it. I'm not one of those people. Let's see, what other games have been suggested before? I mean, there was another one as well somebody suggested I play before I did as well. But yeah, I'm always into suggestions, so... You can also take a look underneath the stream. I have all the games listed that I own, so you can either suggest something that way. I think you go out here, it's a... I thought this was another fight if you went out here. Guess not. Wait a minute, does this say it was full? Or did I even try to open it? Yes, I did. I'm full on the items. Okay. Alright, so this is where the windmill shuriken comes in real handy. It actually destroys these stupid things in one hit usually. The flying laser things of death, which are annoying as hell. later on in the game, there is a couple skips I do in the factory. I skip it all. It's like, that's one thing I've learned by watching people who speedrun this game who are very, very friendly. I don't think I've met somebody who's been jerkish, which is awesome. But, okay, 10,000 to do the sword next level. But yeah, I was like, okay, how do I do this skip? Like, how do I not have to fight all these stupid robots that keep coming out and wasting my time? Like, oh yeah, it's simple, just do this. I'm like, oh, okay, that works. Let's try a lunar. I haven't messed around with that just yet. Projectile weapons, we'll go back to shurikens. Now, what I do like about this is that even if there's nobody around, you still go through the full animation of the ultimate technique. So, like, the other ones, like, if you miss, like, you swing and you miss, that's it. Whereas this one, you still keep going, and they can sometimes run into you. Okay, so nothing there. Do you have anything for me at all? Look at how whiny you are, probably. Map of the monastery. Nope. Okay, you actually had something useful. Okay, if you go out here, I think you get into a fight. Yes. It reset it because apparently I hit some kind of boundary. Okay. Okay, didn't do anything special. I couldn't remember if that was one of the fights where it just keeps like, it's like another 60-person fight where you get a big reward for doing it, and that's just not the case. Now, it should be noted that even on the Xbox version it loaded here, but it was just brief. We're talking like 1 or 2 second load screen. Pardon me. Allergy season has hit. Dragon Sword's probably gonna be better in here. Got these like flying priest guys, I guess we'll call them. They're kind of annoying. I usually try to target them and get rid of them first. If you come through here again, you get into another big fight. And as you can tell, everything is in... This is obviously a museum, needs to be respected. Smashy, smashy. Ryu hates glass display cases. One murdered his family. Excuse me. Okay, Flying Swallow, if you'd work, that'd be really great. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. A little late, but... Oh yeah, Beautiful Joe's a lot of fun. But it's like, for me, the GameCube was kind of this weird system, is that, like, it kind of demonstrated for me, oh, by the way, these stairs were added in because a lot of people kept messing up the jumps to get over here. But the GameCube, it was kind of what started the whole thing for me with Nintendo being, like, a first-person system, like a first-party system. Like, there were good games on it, but they tend to be through Nintendo properties for the most part, like Mario Kart, Metroid Prime, you'd have Super Mario Sunshine, even though I don't like that game, Zelda, and then people are like, okay, cool, then the Wii comes along, where are the best games for that? Mario Kart, Zelda, Metroid. It's like, okay, they seem to be kind of doing this over and over. I didn't see which one it was. A full-on Great Elixir. Okay. And then after that, it's still kind of the same way. Like, a lot of the great games, what are they? First party. They kind of stopped taking, in my opinion, stopped taking risks when the GameCube came along. Monster Hunter was Nintendo. I don't know, see, the Switch mostly, getting into this discussion before, is like, it's really starting into more of a Wii U port machine. They're like, hey, a lot of people are liking the Switch, which is, if you think about it, the Wii U as like a prototype Switch. You still have the display screen, this one's a little bit bigger, it's a little slimmer, and you can actually truly go portable instead of like 15 feet away from your console and still use it. I have no idea. I thought maybe I missed a game for Monster Hunter I was not aware of, not being a big fan of the game. Left, right, right, left. 2712. Ah, I screwed up already. Stupid dyslexia. Write it down, fool. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to either on the screen or right below it. I wouldn't blame you. Alright, 2712. LRRL. There we go. What's really funny is speedrunners, I've seen actually write this down, they have notes taken for it. They're like, even they will forget which one is which to speed it. Now, in the original vanilla Ninja Gaiden, you actually had to navigate, you had to turn the dial, and then you had to hit a button to confirm that that was the choice you wanted to do. So for Black and Sigma, they made it as soon as as long as you go in the right direction, you hit the number, it'll automatically light up. And I'm pretty sure I get ambushed right here. This is actually required to keep going. Yep. There we go. That shouldn't have been possible, but I don't care, I'll abuse it. Okay, now what you can do is, I usually just do this safely here, is like you can actually run over and jump, and you should be able to land right on the Elta, because if you don't, or even if you do, bad guys still spawn, but they can't get you on the Elta if you move fast. And the Xbox, it's like, do you want to go down there? It's like, yes, I do. And it still made you wait a long time. It's most likely loading. Phantasms. I expected fish if they're going to do this, but nope. Okay, golden scarabs, and then I think this body has more incendiary shurikens. Yes, it's a refill, which I will be needing. Dragon sword. Because now I get to do my best Indiana Jones impersonation. Not me, but Ryu. Me by proxy. I forgot how long this level is. I'm like, yeah, I'll do one more level. I'm like, oh god, this is the longest level in the entire game. Wow, I hope this giant, large boulder chiseled in the shape of a human face that's quite unstable, doesn't suddenly start chasing me. That would be terrible. By the way, I've been known to screw this up too, so don't be surprised. Which you really shouldn't be at this point, to be honest. Yeah, see? I love it when that happens. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Dead. Nope. Holy crap, did I survive somehow? Oh, clutch that out. Holy cow. I have no idea how I did that. That was just dumb luck. Like I said, I am known to screw that up. There, now give it to me. Thank you. So I can't remember where I'm able to jump off. There is a shortcut. Here it is. I almost did it right down. I have boffed that before and like jumped right to my death. Just like narrowly missed the ledge. I almost went flying off it there. Zuna drop! You get one! Almost. Let's see, I think Windmill Shuriken's better here? Yeah. Because you can lame it out. Okay, I forgot they added a purple glow to it in this version. There we go. They're all dead there. Yep, this is the level you get flails, and it's stupidly long. When I said, like, oh yeah, I'll do one more level, I'm like, oh crap, I forgot it's this one. Alright. Items. Now what they did, because people were tired to keep going in the stupid menu, for 2 and 3, they made it, well at least number 2, they made it so you could do quick select of your weapons in the game as well. It still paused everything, but it was faster to get to. If you picked up any Lives of the Gods, they automatically went into your count, like they automatically got activated. So you'd have to sit there and do them manually one by one, which again helps speed things up considerably. Now we get to do one of my favorite things. Goodbye, cruel world! I'm okay, because I'm a ninja. Don't try it at home, kids. Or do try it at home. I'm not your dad. I mean, I may be divorcing your mom and it's your fault, but I mean, I'm not your dad. Oh yeah, it's something I've discussed with a lot of people before. Usually people who tune in my streams, or if I see them streaming Ninja Gaiden 2, particularly, is like Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 or just Ninja Gaiden, is I would love to have a remastered version. Usually I'm against remasters, but I'd love to have a remastered version of 2 that takes all the good things from Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 and the best parts from Ninja Gaiden 2 on the 360 and make an alternate version. That'd be better. I would love that. I would buy that again. Lives of the Thousand Gods. Okay, so I need to save my blacksmith actually for the flail so I can upgrade those as quickly as I can. I was thinking, okay, I'll dump it into the sword, but I'm just gonna do that later when I go through and get to the part where I can just grind. Weird, it's like these things are like kind of like fish, but not quite. Okay, this is getting old real quick. We bought Ninja Gaiden 2 a while ago, played a little bit, controller died, oh no. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing with, you know, systems that are discontinued. It's like you can use a Xbox 360 controller on the PC, but if that thing just dies, then you're boned incompletely. So one of the things, like I did my taxes today. I'm getting a refund. I was hoping on saving a lot of the money, which cracks me up because I say that every time and I usually don't. But like I'm gonna have to spend like $200 to buy controllers, pretty much. It's like I need to track down a DualShock 3 controller for the PlayStation 3. I need to get a new Xbox 360 controller, or at least a wireless dongle. Probably just a new wired controller would be better for the PC, or an Xbox One controller, because I think those work on PC now. I don't own an Xbox One, so probably buy an Xbox One controller, which are like $70, I think, something stupidly expensive. Good God. So I can use it on the PC. Because the one I have, the old wired 360 controller I have, is just falling apart. It's been heavily used for like 4 or 5 years. And then I also want to get another controller, like for the Sega Saturn. They're redoing the controls for them, which are... I'm trying to remember the company. They're basically doing like a USB and then one that will actually work on your actual Sega Saturn. So it's like I would like to see if I can track down one of those controllers too, because that would be great. Because I love my Sega Saturn. And if the company's making brand new controllers that play just like the real thing, I am down to clown. And also, since I like to do a lot of gaming too, like if I can get one of the USB ones, then I can use it on the PC. So it's like, yes, yes, please. All right, here's the flails. Good times. The flails are not too great right now, but when you get them upgraded, oh baby, they are amazing. So I think the Sega Saturn ones that they're redoing, I think Castlevania Games, who I have a love-hate relationship with them right now, because I bought a RetroTink 2X, which has been this huge drama unneeded with them. Bought a RetroTink through it, it's defective, and then it turns out that the chip for it's all completely crap and bad, so it was just like a fight and a half to get them to like return just like even a basic message to say like, hey, I got a problem, this needs to be fixed, you know, let's get this taken care of. But they're supposed to be shipping me a new RetroTink because there's a new version of it. Like Mike Cheese, the guy who makes it's a line doubler, and he finally admitted, yeah, every single one I've sent him out so far has a problem with the audio. So whenever someone reviews it and they say that there's no audio popping or anything there, they are straight up lying to your face. The new versions were supposed to be shipped out on the 15th. They've been delayed to the 25th. That's supposed to have a brand new audio chip which gets rid of all the popping, because when I tried to stream when I got it, the games looked amazing. Super Nintendo, Xbox, Sega Saturn looked flat out amazing. It was like, wow, is this emulated? Nope, it's actual console hardware. But it was like constant popping and crackling, just pop, 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 constantly. I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. Yeah, I didn't want to subject everybody on stream into listening to that constantly. But these Castlevania games are the only people I'm aware of who have these controllers, and they are for pre-order right now. So this is one that will actually work on your Sega Saturn itself. So it's supposed to ship April 3rd. And there's supposed to be a USB version of it as well, and I don't see it. I'm not sure who has it, but there's also one modeled after the Sega Genesis 6 button, which is this link right here. Almost went back the wrong way. Yeah, I thought that I was expecting like thinking another 40, and I pulled up the links right now. I'm like, oh crap, it's $20. That's even better. Unfortunately, I'm not supposed to get my money until like the 20th, so like or the 11th of April possibly. Now it's entirely up to the IRS. We'll have to see. But I mean, these ship out April 3rd, so I don't know if these are like made to order or if they're gonna have excess ones. Because if they do, then I'll be down. It's like, I will definitely buy one. I'll have to track down one of the USB ones. Are my reactions on drugs fast enough? Slightly! Yeah, like, I was expecting, oh geez, major frame drop. Oh god, I hate this. Not this part, I mean, just like the frame drops out of nowhere. It happened last stream. I was on the Chicago server, so I switched to New York City because I'm kind of closer to there. And then everything was fine, but now I just dropped like another 1,000 frames out of nowhere. Yeah, so now these guys are suddenly alive, they suck. Archers are the worst. come on. As soon as I let go, it hits. Okay, this is turning to be bad. Just pop it. Pop it in, Poe. You can actually just grab, I think you can grab the chalice and go running out of the room, but it's way better to stop and fight these guys. Get off. Yeah, it's like, I think that's just awesome. I mean, there's also another company making a new Dreamcast controller. I think they call it the Brawler. If you look at the store shop, I think it's another, I'm not sure how much it is. Okay, he's dead. Let me take a look real quick. It's so hard to trust reviewers on YouTube because a lot of these people are given the controllers for free and all this stuff they review, and of course, you know, hey, you know, I got it for free, so I'm gonna write this kiss-ass review, and the entire product is crap. But yeah, so they have a Retro Fighters Brawler 64 controller, which is like a kind of more modern layout for the Nintendo 64 controller. But if you look at the D-pad, like, or the analog stick, it's gated 8-way instead of being a full 360, like a free 360 spin. So you have, if you try to do rotations for like Mario Kart or anything, you're gonna be grinding against 8 access points, which is not too cool in my opinion. Now, the same people who make that controller for Nintendo 64 are also going to be making a version for the Dreamcast, so that same layout. So it still has me highly worried if that's the case. If it's still going to be possible, if it's going to be like gated 8-way, that's going to be kind of annoying. But it's $35, so depending where you live and where you are in the world, I don't know. Yeah, this part I just say screw everybody and get the hell out of here. Abandon the save point, don't care, keep going. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Accessories. Kick moves, a lot stronger. So you do light into heavy in this game, you, like with the flails, and you go into that like kind of jumping spin kick. That does a lot of damage with the armor potency on. Yeah, Nintendo 64 problems. The problem with that controller is it rubbed on the inside, like the analog stick on the inside, so you get this white kind of gray powder inside. But the cup that it rests on, like the stick goes in and the ball rests on top of inside, didn't have any type of lubrication or protection. So that just wears out and that causes the bigger problems that you have, and it gets super loose and it becomes an issue. There are ways you can fix it, or you can actually buy now a replacement. Last time I checked, it was like $11, $12. And it actually, it's like a newer, it's a replacement joystick you can put in there that actually has a lubricated bottom. It stops almost all the problems with the sticks breaking and becoming too loose, which is pretty cool. I mean, like, I have all of my original Nintendo 64 controllers, but they just had a problem there with like the analog sticks getting too loose. Right now I'm just point grinding. I don't have to fight these guys, but come closer. Someone has asthma. Okay, so I remember the bats in the original version of the game could actually like smack you around right here and just vampire your life away if you weren't careful trying to climb up the ladder if you didn't deal with them first. Thankfully, those little spirit orbs don't do that. First, what am I doing? Go here, upgrade your flails, then beat the crap out of everybody. It's like, do things the harder way. Okay. I can do that. I'm good at that. Alright, so this is the part I hate the absolute most in this entire game, is this stupid climb up here, because you're going to run into 3 bow and arrow guys. And if they knock you down here, they respawn. And originally, you didn't have Muramasa's shop right down at the bottom. From downtown! Okay, he's dead. Stop targeting that one, please. So you can take care of these guys here, but if you miss this jump, you fall down and they respawn. You have to deal with them again. So I always take my time and go like extra slow to make sure I don't screw it up. Yeah, alright. Save point right before the boss. It's all good, Warlock. Actually, I'm going to be stopping the stream here in just a minute. I'm going to beat the crap out of the boss. Then I will be calling it quits myself. So you lasted a long time, but hopefully see you again. Like I said, I'm not sure. Might stream this again next time or something different. I never know, but we'll figure it out. But thanks for dropping by. I do appreciate it. Same thing for the follow. Always nice to see new people. Yep, I'm just getting to the boss, then I'm going to be ending the stream, but should be just a minute or two, hopefully. I don't know if these guys are going to attack me on the way out or not. Oh, sometimes you can fast do it. Yep, get the fight against the original Bone Dragon, kind of, I guess. Bone Lizard thing. Yes, they always do. And then magically come to life for reasons unknown. I said, just look at the damage just that kick does. It's crazy. Not the move I wanted. I wonder if they changed the fight or if I'm just getting an absurdly good pattern right now. Yeah, I wonder if they made that fight even easier, or if I just got a stupidly good pattern that rarely comes up. Because normally it's a little more challenging. You normally does a lot more claw swipes and tail swipes at you. Foreshadowing the game! Eventually something will happen. Here it is. I wonder, I mean, like I said, I wonder if they changed the fight or if I just got a really good pattern, because this game is pretty RNG heavy. Yeah, normally you don't have Flail 2 at that point, but you do have, you can have the kick accessory, like the defense one, which gives you a higher kick damage, which does help it go faster. But normally that's not, there's not a Muramasa shop anywhere here, so I do have the improved flails. Which usually, to my knowledge, didn't make the damage go up for them, but they give you more, kind of like more potential. You can do what I call like the blunder move, where you do like the really fast alternating. I'll show it here in a second. Oh, nope, never mind, I'm playing as Alma. Or Rachel, I should say. Okay, so... is there a save point around? Inside the door. Alright, we'll ignore that for now. But for now... reached the end of the stream with that wonderful Ninja Gaiden music going on. But thanks for hanging out. Do appreciate it. Like I said, everybody who came to hang out there. Nimix, LaRock, and Jay. And then we had Tech. And I think... yeah, I think Ronnie showed up as well. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, keep like restarting constantly over and over and over. But I do want to thank everybody who showed up, and also anybody lurking in chat. I do kind of tend to stream kind of erratically, usually about every other day or so. Unfortunately, with my new back pain medication, I'm kind of really exhausted, so it's kind of a big problem for me. I almost didn't stream today, but we'll see about it. I do tend to stream at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just copy and paste what I put there into Google, and it will tell you for wherever you are in the world. Also, you can check me out on Twitter at Wurzel555. So if you have, you know, I usually post up about an hour or two ahead of time if I'm going to be streaming and what it will be. Or if I need to cancel or postpone it for whatever reason, I put it in there as well. You don't have to follow, but you can just bookmark it if you feel like coming back, and hopefully you will. So next time I stream, not sure what I'll do. Have like a few ideas. I was thinking maybe either play Fear Effect again for PlayStation 1. I could try doing Dead or Alive 6 story mode, which I have not touched at all. I could just do random retro games. We'll have to figure it out, but we'll see what happens next time. I'll think of something. But for now, thanks for hanging out, and let's see, is there anybody streaming? Not really, so we'll just do the old standard here, send them off the old riff tracks, but... thanks a lot, and hopefully see you next time.